And now finally, we will have the number of days since the last watering, right? So let's do this. Let's see the plant method. Oops, that's not what I want. Let's do this. So it's also an instance method. So def number of days since last watering, and puts I was watered this many days ago, right? So we can already interpolate here something. Let's say number days ago. And so we can go into binding.pry and let's go into the rig console and let's see plant.first whether, oh, let's see, waterings. We have just one, right? Watering.all.count. I think we don't have that many. We have 8. Okay, so, but the first one happened on 22nd. So yeah, today. Let's see what we could do. We could do watering.first. Don't do this. But if you need to test something, you can actually just provide another value, right? So created that, let's just change this to something else. So created, you should never override that unless you're just testing. The timestamps are there for a reason, right? So you shouldn't be overwriting them unless you need something to test, right? So let's do 20. Okay, and now let's just make sure that the first watering happened on, created it. We are getting back to the to the issue from yesterday. Okay, and now let's see. Okay, so it's 20. So now we have some testable data. But this is plant ID. Let's see. Okay, let's see plant.first.waterings.last. And okay, cool. So the first plant has only one watering, so that's good for testing. Okay, so now we can do plant.first, and let's trigger this method and let's go into binding.pry. So now let's see. How can we, if only there was some way to track what date it is today. Well, there is today, date, time, now, or is it today? I think now, but let's just run it. And so, yeah, so now last watering happened at self.waterings.last.created at. So first, the class begins. So first we want to check whether this already works, right? So we'll go into the waterings, and now if you have timestamps, the default ordering will be the created at, which also coincides with the ID. So created at, it's you see that it's 20. And so now in order to get the number of dates, you need to do, well, first we'll need to convert this, because you see this is, if we check the class, this is going to be time. And our date today is date time. So you want to transform it to date time, right? And so now you see that this is going to be the same. It's always good to work on the same data types if you are trying to compare something, right? So now what's going to happen is number equals today minus last watering and an integer. And let's see, 2. Now without the integer, you would see that it is something like this. So yeah, to integer, we'll just deduct it and make it divide it, deduct it, and make it neat, right? So it returns the number of days, and then you can change it into a week or whatever. So now let's just run this, and let's see whether this will give us what we thought it should. I was watered 2 days ago. Okay. We can also try with another plant that was watered today, right? So reconsole, let's say plant dot third dot number of days since last watering, and I was watered 0 days. We can also say if number is bigger than 0, right? Or puts if number equals 0, right? Or actually, we could even do return puts I was watered today. So now let's check this again. And I was watered today. So now let's check it with another plant that was not watered today. So so the first plant, you see, I was watered 2 days ago. So what happens is that the code, Ruby executes this method and first looks into this condition. If this condition is true, then it just returns this. It doesn't look into the next line. And then it also disregards this line if this condition is false. And so then it puts this line. It's like a little trick that you can do. So this is it. These are our deliverables.